Everybody, welcome to IELTS Writing Task 2, the 4 most common introductions, Band 9 level. We'll write full introductions, which will get a Band 9, organize your essay, introduce you to new sentence structures, introduce you to new vocabulary, give you proven thesis structures for each intro that you can use on any essay of that type. Super important point for your mark. And I'll show you how to use the topic sentence to lead into your thesis, getting you a progression mark under coherence and cohesion. So we're going to use the topic sentence and the thesis together, getting you a higher mark for progression, if you see that under the band descriptors. So we're going to look at agree, disagree, discuss, give your opinion, problem solution, and reason solution. We will go slowly and make everything clear and simple. And the style is also academic and can be used in IELTS, TOEFL, and at university. And the style works great for general IELTS too. These introductions have worked for all of my hundreds of students, so stick with the video to the end and pick up all the tips. Alright, let's get going. So we've got our statement, we've got our question, and we've got our instructions for agree, disagree. So this agree, disagree question is, statement. Television sporting shows such as the Olympics motivate the youth who do not like to exercise much. Do you agree or disagree? 250 words. All right. So we want to write the structure of the essay on a piece of paper before we write the intro. Now, first thing I want to think about is, will I agree or disagree? And I will disagree because it does not motivate some young people, but only some. It does motivate some young people, but only some, not all. So television sporting shows motivate the youth. This means all of the youth, so I will disagree. A lot of statements in IELTS are very one-sided and they use absolute language like all. And it's easy to argue against that because some of them do get motivated by television sporting shows, but not all. So it's very hard to argue that it motivates all. It's easier to argue that it doesn't motivate all. So we're going to say the reasons why. So the essay structure is going to be paragraph 1, many kids watch but do not participate. Very true, right? This comes from this idea of we disagree with this, all the youth, motivates the youth. Now, lots of kids watch but don't participate. And there's no proof that voyeurism leads to action. There's no proof in general that watching, which is voyeurism, leads to action. Okay. So there we go. We have our structure. And the introduction structure is going to be topic sentence, thesis. That's it. That's all that's needed. There are no marks for long introductions anywhere in the band descriptors. So this essay is about TV sports leading to lazy youth exercising. The introduction does two things, sets the topic and states your argument. So here is our topic sentence. There is an epidemic of youth obesity in many countries around the world, despite the fact that sports has been on TV for generations. So the topic is set, youth obesity, TVs, and sport, we've talked about here. Now, we have an allusion to the thesis. I'll tell you this word in a minute. So the allusion to the thesis, it connects to the thesis. This fact is well known and related to my point of view. So this fact that there is an epidemic of youth obesity in many countries around the world, despite the fact that TV sports have been on TV for generations. Okay, so this leads to the thesis, which is saying TV sport does not lead to youth exercising. So allusion means we don't say directly, but the fact shows it is true. Okay, so we didn't say directly, we will argue that. We're just saying that this is true. This idea is true and it will lead to the thesis. Because the thesis will say, and we will argue that, da, 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 da. Okay, so this is a fact. This is a situation. This is what's going on in the world and has been for a long time. There's an epidemic of youth obesity now, despite the fact that sports have been on TV for generations. So if we go back to the 60s, there was sports on TV, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, teens. All had sports. But youth obesity has been growing year after year after year. All right. So the thesis statement now is just our point of view or our opinion. And I'm going to give you this sentence structure you can use for any agree or disagree essay. The thesis structure, really. This essay will argue that something, whatever your topic is, causes or leads to something else. So it's an argument that A causes B. So this essay will argue that TV sports does not lead to an increase in youth participation in sports. Very simple and clear. Let's put them together now. There's an epidemic of youth obesity in many countries around the world, despite the fact that sports has been on TV for generations. So basically saying there's youth obesity even though we have TV. So this essay will argue that TV sports does not lead to an increase in youth participation in sports. So we started off with this true fact. Now let's take a look how that works for a band 9. Fully addresses all parts of the task. Well, it's do we agree or disagree? And here we go, we have super clear that we disagree. Next we have cohesion. So that was back in our essay plan. We had our 2 reasons. I should really put those 2 reasons in here, but I haven't. It should be because, yeah. But that's okay, you'll see that in another one of the essays in this video. And then we have a range of vocabulary, epidemic. So there's a band 9 language, lots of good language in there. So start off in the introduction with at least 1 good word if you can. And then a wide range of sentence structures. Well, we have subject, verb, object up to here. There is, and then we shift to despite the fact that, subject, verb, object. Okay, so despite the fact that is like making this subordinator, a subordinate clause. So this is an advanced structure. So you can actually use this. There is, whatever it is in your essay, and then use this, despite the fact that, and then another subject, verb, object. So we have this, despite the fact that this is true. Okay, so you can use this structure, this topic sentence structure in many essays. All right, and that's band 9 level. It's an advanced way of writing. Okay, and it's right off the top. Instead of writing, a lot of teachers will tell you to write 3 or 4 sentences. Just focus on writing that one good sentence that uses a wide range, uses vocabulary, and is organized. Okay, that'll get you your mark. All right. So let's, what I would like you to do is at the end of the video, go back and write your own introduction and post it in the comments. Okay, so let's go on to positive and negative now. So we have our statement, question, instructions. Question is, nowadays many people want to buy famous brands of clothes, cars, and other items. What are the reasons for this? Do you think it's positive or negative? So you can pause the video and make some notes for yourself. How would you organize this? What is your idea? All right, let's take a look. So again, we're going to write the structure on a piece of paper, and it's going to look like this. So this is what I would write in the exam on a piece of paper. Now I've highlighted and circled again, remember the key points, and this essay structure is going to respond to all of these key points. That's how you are very organized, making sure you're answering the question and getting your marks. So the reason 1 for people buying famous brands is advertising and ego. The paragraph 2 will say it's a negative development because it wastes money, causes debt, and it gives people a sense of false pride. So there's the whole essay organized right in the beginning. Now, because we have this structure now, we know what the essay is going to be about, we can introduce it. So let's do that. So the essay is about reasons for buying famous brands and positive negative effects. So we know what the essay topic is. The topic sentence. Advertising agencies have highly sophisticated methods of influencing customers. So you see this links to the reasons and negative ideas. So this is one of the reasons, and it's a fact. And the negative idea is implied here. We have the idea that, oh, these customers are doing something that they've been influenced to do, not something that they've chosen logically. So advertisers use emotion to influence customers. Okay, so paragraph 1 is going to be the reasons for advertising ego, and paragraph 2, which we talked about. Okay, so I knew my point of view in paragraph topics before I wrote the topic sentence. This means I can connect them clearly. So I feel a lot of students are still trying to work out their point of view while writing the intro, and this leads to incoherence and it makes it too long. We want to be short and clear, exactly what we're talking about. Okay, so this introduces this. All right, let's take a look at the thesis now. So use this structure for all positive, negative thesis statements. Here we go. Here's your thesis structure. This essay will suggest that something has caused something and argue that it is a negative situation because the reason. And the reasons, if we go back, are here. We know them already. So they're going to go in this, in here. So this essay will suggest that something has caused. You can use this in any of your positive, negative essays. So this essay will suggest that advertisers have caused people to overspend on luxury goods and argue that it is a negative development because people waste time and money. So there's the organization of our essay. Paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. It's right there in the thesis. So the examiner knows your essay structure already just from your thesis, and he knows what you're going to argue. Let's see how this matches up with the band 9. Because every time we match this up with a band 9, we know we're going to get the marks we need. So let's take a look. Fully addresses all parts of the task. Well, we know we've done this because we've done it here. This is addressing all parts of the task, because you remember we went back and we had the highlighted and circled question, and we matched it up with our paragraphs, and we wrote it out in the thesis. Perfect, we know exactly. So without even looking at this now, if you practice this way I'm showing you, you will know you're doing this because you're writing it into the introduction. Okay. Uses cohesion. So this is all sticks together. We had a plan already, so that's fine. Here we have a wide range of language. Again, put something into the introduction, some high-level language, and a range of structures. We have a complex sentence here. So actually what we have is subject, verb, object, goods, and we have and argue. Now what is the subject? Who is going to argue? It's the essay will argue. So it's a subject, verb, object, and verb, object. And then we have because, which makes it a complex sentence as well. And if you go back and take a look, you can follow this structure. Just fill in your topic. And that's a band 9 level sentence. So you just need to practice it. Now what you really need when you're practicing it is get a good tutor to check your work before you go into your exam. And we'll talk about that a bit later. Okay, so go, and again, at the end of the video, go back and write your own introduction, post it in the comments, and I'll look at it for you. All right, so let's take a look at discuss both views and give your opinion. Again, statement, question, instructions, statement, question, instructions. Some people believe that elderly employees are more useful to a company, while others believe that young employees are better. So both views, your opinion. So view 1, view 2, your opinion. So first thing we're going to do is what? We're going to make a plan. The plan is the plan. And there it is. We'll have paragraph 1, elderly are more useful. That's what they ask for. Talk about that. Paragraph 2, we're talking in paragraph 1 about skills. Paragraph 2, we're going to talk about youth working long hours. That's addressing this. And then our own opinion is addressed in paragraph 3. So you see the structure responds to the question. And just by writing this on a piece of paper, we know we're going to do everything that the question asked and get a 9 on our task response. Okay? So there we go. Now we just need to write it out. So here is our topic sentence. Elderly and youthful employees bring particular sets of benefits to a company. You can make it a little bit longer. You can put comma and. I wouldn't use however in here. Just stick to the one set. But it's a very clear, simple introduction. So This sets up the both idea, youthful and elder. We put it right in the subject of the sentence. That way we know we're doing both. We're showing the examiner right in the introduction, in the topic sentence, we're doing both. And it indicates or shows the examiner that I'm addressing both parts of the question. So here's a really good word for you again, indicates. That to the examiner that I'm addressing both parts of the question, right from the top. Start with these two people right here, groups of people, demographics. All right, now we need a thesis statement for it. So again, here's a structure for you. This essay will examine A and B and suggest that something. So A, B, suggest that, whatever my opinion is. And you can use this structure in all of your discuss and give your opinion essays. So this essay will examine the benefits of having youth and elderly employees and suggest that the latter are more valuable to a company. A, B, the latter means the second. So youth and elderly, and the latter is the elderly, are more valuable to a company. Now I could put because and then go back and give those reasons. I said skills, right? Or whatever my extra reason was. But this is okay as well. I would put them in. Better to put them in, but that's fine. So let's see how this is going to give you a band 9. We have, first of all, fully addresses all parts of the task. We did that many times. We checked. And even as a native speaker, I'm checking this very carefully because I only have one chance on this essay in this exam to get this right. If I get it wrong and I don't get the 7 that I need or whatever score you need, I have to go back and do the whole exam again. Speaking, listening, reading, writing. Just because I didn't pay attention to this. So I've seen this hundreds and hundreds of times where students give me essays and they don't do this. You need to make 100% sure you're doing this. Okay. And uses cohesion in a way that it attracts no attention. Again, this is going to be fine. We'll do that in the paragraphs. Wide range of vocabulary. Actually, really I feel in this introduction I haven't done that. But I'm going to show you how to do it. If you've gone through the introduction, you're thinking, check, check, check. Oh, I missed this one. I'll show you in a second how to fix it. And wide range of structures. This is, and suggest, subject, verb, object, verb, object. And then we're going to put because in here in a minute. And that's going to get us a first wide range of structures. So you see how important this sentence is? It addresses all parts of the task, it organizes the essay, it shows vocabulary, and it's a wide range of structure. That is super important, and all you have to do is follow this. Practice doing that and get a teacher. Go to my website, I'll show you the website later, and get a teacher, get me to check it for you. Make sure you know how to do it right every time. Okay, let's take a look. I'm gonna zoom out here and go back and add this in for you. So we're going to say because. Now why did we say this? Again, this is where our plan is useful. Elderly or have experience. That's the point we missed. Skills, long hours, and experience. Okay. So where were we? Here I am. Experience. Because. Now we want to kind of get a good word in here. So we have to think about it. It's worth taking a second to think about that. So we're going to suggest the latter or more. Oh, the latter is good language as well. This is more uncommon language and good for your wide range of vocabulary. But we'll put one more in. Because, let's say, their experience brings a plethora of benefits. Still kind of general. Plethora means many. Basically, okay, that means many. So it brings a plethora of benefits. Now, we still haven't really said what the benefits are, but we have used Band 9 language. We have gone for a wide range of structures by adding this because in, and we have addressed all parts of the task. We're showing the reason why, and the cohesion is there because we have this essay plan. Okay, super important. And actually, when I teach students, when I get you to write essays, My way of doing it is to get you to write introductions until you are perfect at writing introductions, because the whole essay just follows this. Once you can do this, the rest of the essay follows along. Nothing has changed. And I'll show you how to do that as well, okay, in other videos. So let's go back and just take a look. We're addressing all of these. And you can go back and, again, at the end of the video, go back, try these introductions posted in the comments. And the last one we have here, reasons and solutions. So we have a statement, a question, instruction. Statement, people in the current generation are not fit and active. This will cause health problems in the future. What could be the reasons for inactivity and suggest solutions for this issue? So we have two things to do. So how many paragraphs we're going to have? Good, we're going to have 2 paragraphs, one for reasons, one for solutions. Easy peasy. Let's take a look at our plan. So we're going to discuss the reasons in paragraph 1, addicted to online content, and dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical that goes into the brain, read about it, Band 9 language. Paragraph 2, solutions, link apps, so applications on your phone, to the real world is a solution. So if the app is connected to the real world, it'll encourage them to do something in the real world. That's our solution. So whatever your reasons are, they have to be reasonable, but they don't have to be like earth-shattering amazing. They just have to be reasonable. So let's go for a topic sentence. And the essay is just about not fit and reasons, solutions, right? So here we go. Technology has taken over our lives, and this is due to both necessity and cleverly built apps. Okay, necessity and cleverly built apps. That's our topic sentence, and our thesis statement follow this structure. This essay will scrutinize, there's a Band 9 language for you to copy, the reasons why something is true, in this case here, and argue that something and something are the viable solutions. Viable Band 9 language just means good or reasonable. Reasonable solutions. We can do these solutions. Okay, so this essay will scrutinize the reasons why this generation is not fit and argue that apps which provide a link to the real world and dopamine hits are viable solutions. So let's check out the Band 9. Have a look and tell me, can you see where these match up? So first of all, are we fully addressing the task? Yeah. Again, cohesion, wide range of vocabulary, scrutinize, and dopamine. Great, good wide range of vocabulary, and it's very precise, very natural. This is the right way to use these. Again, if you want to hit this idea of natural language, you got to read, like you'll see in my videos on reading for IELTS writing. Those will help you. Okay, and wide range of structures. So we have subject, verb, object. Reasons why this generation is not fit, and argue. So again, subject, verb, object, verb, object. Okay. All right, great. So again, almost at the end of the video, go ahead and do these. So the key points to practice are circle the keywords, write the keywords of the topic, write a topic sentence that's related to your topic, write a thesis that says your point of view. Thank you for watching. Now comment below with your introduction, like the video, subscribe for more in this series, go to ispenglish.com. Okay, this is my website where you can hire me for essay checking services, where I will go through your entire essay and show you all the things you're missing. And when you know how to put those things into your essay in an easy way, then you'll get your high mark. There's also a full IELTS writing course. So this includes unlimited essay checking. Unlimited. The reason I'm doing this is because I know this essay checking will get you to the point where you can write every time to a high band score. Okay, so it's easy for me to check these for you. I can go through them and check all 4 of the band descriptors and tell you what's missing. And a pre-exam consultation. So before you go into your exam, we can have a video call and we can talk about how it is you are prepared and making sure if you have any more questions, we can solve them for you. Okay, so thank you for watching and good luck with your exam.